I'd like to rescape my 10-gallon bedroom tank for several reasons. Firstly, the substrate is fluval stratum on top of a little bit of potting soil. It supported plant growth for quite some time, but now water wisteria doesn't grow very quickly anymore, and it's a very fast growing plant. Java moss has never done very well in this tank. Anubias does okay if I can keep the leaves from becoming covered in algae. A couple of amano shrimp didn't really do the job. The tank is infested with some sort of reddish fuzzy algae, and it's also infested with limpets. So I've removed all of the animals. That was 12 white cloud mountain minnow and 2 amano shrimp. They're all in a 20-gallon tank now, so that should be a nice upgrade for them. But I'll soak the 2 remaining anubias in alum solution for a couple of days to get rid of all the limpets, salvage what java moss I can, bake the substrate in my oven, allow the driftwood to dry out and sit for several weeks, and start over. Back now that I've removed the plants and the loose pieces of driftwood, the larger piece is mounted on a piece of slate that's under the fluval stratum. Here's a look at the tank without the substrate. The driftwood ornament can sit there and dry out. I want to start by adding the black diamond blasting grit to the perimeter of the scape so that the layers of substrate won't be visible. Now I can add the potting soil and compost to the center. Now to top off the fertilized substrate with the blasting grit. This Aquascape is for a Betta, so it's going to have a heater. I want the heater to be in a vertical position because I do believe that occasionally Betta splendens try to rest on a heater and can burn themselves. So if it's in the vertical position, the Betta won't be able to do that. However, this heater, it's all the way, it's as high as I can put it underneath the hang on the back filter, where I can easily hide it. But I want this substrate to be quite deep, so I put a small glass, a little bit larger than a shot glass, around the bottom of the heater. See if I can get the blasting grit in place without getting any in the glass. Got it filled in around the glass surrounding the heater. Now for the part that promises to be super interesting, adding the water. Now that the water's clear, I'll do my best to do a decent job of putting this on camera. I want to add the pieces of Mopani driftwood with Java moss attached where it can fill in among this scape and hopefully grow into the upright pieces. I want Java moss to attach itself to the ornaments on the right. Additional Java moss just wedged in between. Hopefully will attach to the driftwood. Now for the first background plant, water wisteria. Now I'll add this background plant, Bacopa caroliniana. I want to include a few foreground plants, so here's some dwarf Sagittaria. I'm not sure what this plant is. I think it's called four-leaf clover. But when I went to my local pet store yesterday to get the final water test to confirm that the tank is ready for animals, the manager was kind enough to give this to me for free since it was left over in their live plant tank. So I soaked it in alum solution for 24 hours to get rid of any pest snail eggs, and I'll add it to the scape, see how it does. Here's a look at the final scape. I wanted to go ahead and get a shot of it before I do this. I need to move the tank from my bedroom where I aquascape because I don't want to keep animals in the bedroom tank, I tend to turn the light on and off at odd hours in my bedroom, and I don't want to disturb the animals, and I don't want to have to cover the tank every time I do so. But the bedroom is ideal for aquascaping because I have blackout curtains that prevent glare. So I'm going to remove as much water as possible and very carefully move the tank before I fill it back up. And on the off chance that this breaks the tank, I wanted to shoot this shot before I ruin it. So hopefully the next shot will be the final setup.